Every store. All right, y'all. So, what is a Christmas tree's favorite kind of mint? Ornament. Good job, lady. All right, y'all. Fireboard. Here we go. Let's do it. All right, so if you guys have one of these already, or you're planning to get one of the cool new features that they're releasing a software update for, be patient if you haven't gotten it already. They're releasing it in batches. Is this timer function. So you can set timer 1, 5, 10, 20, 30 hour increments, and it'll sit there and it'll count it down. So if you have some meat and it's giving you that intelligent thing where it's saying, oh, it should be done at such and such, or you want to come back and check on it, you have the probe plugged in, and you want assistance there. This counts down, and it will beep like nobody's business. So if you're holding it, if you have it on the counter, if you have it attached to your fridge with the magnet, you're going to hear this thing beep. So that's one of the really cool features that I think is completely unnecessary. But since it's there, yeah, I plan on trying to use it at some point. All right, enjoy the rest of the video. Hang on, I'm going to let y'all see the countdown. Beep, 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 beep. You guys can't tell because I'm holding it, but I think you should be able to hear that. And then you just turn it off. Boop. Alright, what's up, y'all? So, as promised, we'll talk about the Fireboard Spark really fast. I got the little special, so it came with 3 pouches for your probes and a couple probes. Alright, we're not going to focus on that too much. So, here's the nitty gritty. I originally bought this because I read the description and I misread it. I was just looking really fast. It said, leave in probe for a longer cook time. So I thought that I was going to be able to take this off and use this as a remote monitoring system for the protein. Boy, I was wrong. That stays in. What it was talking about is this little section down here where you charge it and where you can stick another probe. Give me a second. Let's throw another probe in there. Okay, so there it is. Put an extra probe in. You can see the my old probe here is trying to catch up to instant read thermometer probe. It will eventually. I will say this thing is extremely sensitive and pretty darn fast. The slightest bit of moisture, either hot or cold, will make a difference until you wipe it off, or submerge the actual tip of the probe into your whatever it is that you're trying to measure. Alright, so has a graphing ability. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm starting and stopping a lot because it's cold outside, but I want to hurry up and get this thing done. Graphing ability. It takes a lot of data. If you stick it in there and it measures the temperature, it captures it, it'll log it. This thing has the ability to pick up on other devices. So if this were on, I would be able to pick up that device if I was nearby and read the temperature from whatever that was displaying. So it should work in tandem because it's the same company, but it's pretty cool that it does it. Your functionality is up here at the top, this little button at the top that I'm pushing. If I were nitpicking, I would want a standalone or a dedicated button on and off, but this thing will go to sleep, you pick it up, go to use it, and it'll wake itself up. I think that's pretty cool. Let's see, would I recommend it? Yes, under certain conditions, and I'm gonna tell you that here in a second. If you are this guy and Or, you know, I'm just saying guy. I don't guy, gal. I'm just throwing that out. Single, cook, you know, one big piece of meat for the family, etc., etc. Yeah. Put an extra probe in there. Bam. And then, you know, walk away. This little thing sticks. And now, you know, now you can read that remotely in the house from the app. Come back outside. Test it. Boom. Pull. I think it's great for this type of application. You are this guy. Y'all know what that is. Weber Smoky Mountain. You know, a couple pieces of protein. It's shaky, but you could probably get away with it because for the most part, you'll probably have similar sized pieces of meat. If not, you know, you'll start with leaving the probe in the smaller one until that one's done, and then move it up to the big one, etc., etc. So it could work out for that as well. Now, if you're this guy, I would recommend, if you're on a budget and you didn't care about having matching equipment, which I kind of don't, but I do like Fireboard. But if that's the case with you and you're cooking a lot of protein, I would suggest skipping the Spark. And I say that because they make tons of very reliable, less expensive, I've had this for a long time, less expensive instant reads that you can go out there and do the same thing. I would skip the instant read. I would skip the Spark, get a lesser expensive one, and get myself a drive. See all of these ports up here? You can either control the temperature of your pit, like what I'm doing here, and have access to, you know, reading 5 other temperatures inside of the pit. Or, you know, you can just simply use it as a thermometer and read 6 different proteins, you know, if you wanted to do this on your own. So if you're this guy or if you're that guy, I say skip the Spark if budget is under fire, because it's about $1.40 right now. And I would get something, you know, $20 and spend the rest of my money on something like that that's going to read a lot of protein all at once. They do have a thermometer version that it's not a drive, it's Fireboard 2, and it's significantly less money. I think it's about $160 versus what you would spend on these brand new at like $250. So that's just my 2 cents. But if money's no object and you like having everything being able to read off of one device, go for it. Let me pick this up, grab this off the ground. I say go for it, because it's a pretty cool little gadget. This thing did not take long to charge. It is pretty durable. I've dropped it already. Waterproof, IP66 rated. That means I can take this inside. See, I've been using it today. There's a little bit of food right there. Focus, old phone, focus. Here we go. A little bit of old food right there. So I can take this bad boy in there, wash it off, you know, wash the whole thing off, say all of this is greasy, wash the whole thing off, and, you know, rinse him under water. Wouldn't have to worry about anything. Thought that was pretty cool. So, yeah, that's it for me. I like it. If I didn't have a bunch of the other products already, because of I never really cooked one piece of protein, I probably would have stuck with my normal instant read that I have. But I like the fact that I can match it up with everything else. Yeah, I have gurus and all that stuff too, but Fireboard's UI is really nice on their application, and their customer service is really, really friendly. They're very accommodating. So those are 2 pluses that I give to them. I think that's about it. If I think of something else, I'll write a reply on the video, or if y'all want to know something, ask me. I'll definitely try to answer anything that I can. So until then, talk to y'all later.